They're ready to meet the family. They're ready to meet the family. Or would you like to meet my family? We're going to do a little time warp. I have a photograph of my family. The littlest one is my grandfather, Gerald Bartholomew. His two brothers and his mother and father. They owned a barbershop. And I come from some tough stock. So, want to do a time warp? I'll show you a moment in time first. And then we'll actually time travel. Here's my family. So that's my family. I used AI for the first time in my life. I have never used AI before. And that's an effect that you can do with Grok. I don't have any affiliation. I had just seen all these old pictures coming to life. And I wanted to see what my ancestors would look like when they were alive. It's pretty cool. So let's see what the message is. Here's what we got going on here. Let's see who this message is for. I've got the big stack of signs. It's just a big stack of a bunch of signs. Cancer. One more. Gemini. Cancer and Gemini. This is my card for Twin Flame, too. All right. What's the message from the tarot? How's the day going to start? What's the message from the tarot? How's the day going to start? With a giant Ace of Pentacles. Look at how huge this is. A brand new opportunity. A giant work thing. Something that's going to bring in the pentacle. And a pentacle is something that actually exists. It's not just an idea. It's a thing. And this one is a huge one. How's the day going to end? The Six of Swords. All of a sudden my right ear started ringing. The Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody's going to leave where they're completely unhappy. Somebody might get a divorce. Somebody might move. Something like that. The Six of Swords is when you take all the Ace of Swords that you have earned. And remember, the Ace of Swords is truth and clarity. It comes after you've completed a cycle, the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is the worst it's ever going to get. Swords are thoughts, words. So you earn an Ace of Swords after you've completed the Ten of Swords. And the image for the Ten of Swords, let's see. Well, the image for the Ten of Swords is a person laid flat out on their back with a bunch of swords, 10 swords right in their back. Completely done. Over. The worst it's ever gonna get. Backstab like a motherfucker. Non-stop obsessive thinking. It's the worst it's ever gonna get. The Ten of Swords. Then you get the Ace of Swords. Backstab like a mofo. Then you earn the Ace of Swords after you've transcended whatever this lesson is. And you hold your Ace of Swords, I just heard in your holy place. You hold your Ace of Swords, the lessons that you've learned, truth and clarity. And when it's time to move, you take all those lessons that you've learned and you pack them up in your boat and you say, I've transcended this. Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. That's the message. All right? Let's hear from Call the Mermaid. Call the Mermaid. What's the message from Call the Mermaid? Should artists be afraid of AI? Should artists say hell to the no with AI? I sewed this dress with a sewing machine. When sewing machines came out, the hand stitchers probably freaked the fuck out. Sewing is completely over and done. But the sewing machine was just a tool. So, here's what artists need to remember. AI will always be a second-rate version of the real thing. AI cannot come up with its own idea. You have to give it a prompt. And so, just like this dress, my sewing machine didn't make the dress. No, I made the dress using the tool called the sewing machine. The scissors didn't walk themselves up, cut the thread, cut the material, cut everything all by itself. No, I did it using these tools. Just like I animated this still photo using a tool. I am still the artist. I am just using the tool. And so, artists who are saying AI is going to put me out of business, all that kind of stuff, is really looking at it the wrong way. You, as an artist, as a human being, will always be a first-rate version. AI will always need a prompt. Do this in the style of that. So, rather than freak out, maybe embrace the tool. You will always be a first-rate human artist. Message from Call the Mermaid. Message from Call the Mermaid. Homeland. Arrival. Journey ends. Establishment. Building settled. Yeah, I wore it with my culottes. My culottes. An old-fashioned modern girl might mean something. What's the love message oracle say? What's the love message oracle say? Oh, look at this. Twin flame. This person is your mirror soul. This is why this connection feels so sacred to you. I just said this is my card for twin flame. Next message. This is a message from the past life. Message from your past life. Transportation. Here comes the big train, darlings. And finally, what's the message from Star MS? Message from Star MS. We got an old-fashioned modern girl here. Okay, I'm going to show how these landed. That one landed on my dirty, dirty keyboard. And that one landed on Call the Mermaid. There's two. Let's see what the keyboard tells us. I direct my future. Let's get this top card from Call the Mermaid. I choose what life I want. I am the captain of my faith and the master of my soul. And finally, yearning, longing for someone, undesired separation, pining. All right, there's the message. What do you think of my family?